And it ended up, he was the first one in the United States, but Bill beat him by flying his jet over to Japan and picking one up at the factory from the CEO of NEC. But it turned out that they actually bought 400 from me to hand to all the CEOs at the Microsoft CEO Summit. And he just started reading my blog, and I was writing about the tablet PC and other stuff that was going on in the industry. And he just said, "You're doing something really different that I haven't seen anybody do, especially who works at an OEM." And I said, "Why don't you come up and try to do this at Microsoft?" And that's how it happened. And while there, then we started the video thing, right? So 6 months after I got there, we started.
Well, what was your first reaction to think of all places, Microsoft, to begin blogging? I mean, the whole theory behind blogging is sort of tell the truth, speak how you want, let it rip, and then you go to Microsoft. The irony is, Apple is a much tighter place. There are no bloggers from Apple per se, right?
Yeah.
So did you?
Well, they have the best blogger, Fake Steve.
That's true. So what was your reaction like? That wouldn't occur to me to be the first place I'd go to be a blogger.
Well, I was an MVP, which means I was one of the top people in the news groups, and we were at the MVP summit right as this was all happening. And Steve Ballmer was getting railed on by the MVPs for not having a good corporate PR thing going. And so he started turning it over to the audience and started going, "Well, okay, help me out. What should Microsoft do to improve its perception out there?" And I stood up and said, "Put a more human face on Microsoft, because all we see is you and Bill. And actually the developer that was on stage right before you was kick-ass, and he used a little salty language here and there, and he's probably not somebody you would want to go and put in front of the TV cameras, but if the customers actually got to meet that guy, they would build a better relationship with Microsoft and become more trusting of it." And he actually signed a $1 bill for me, handed me a $1 bill. He was handing $1 bills out for the best idea, signing $1 bills. So
that was generous of him.
Yeah. Actually, he got a lot of crap for that. He said, "That's all I had in my pocket at the moment," because he didn't plan on doing that kind of feedback session, right? So the next year he was handing out 20. I was like, "Damn, a year too early."
Okay, so then how'd you get into it? So they hire you at Microsoft, and they turn you loose, and they tell you to go to any part of Microsoft, do anything you want? Hard to imagine.
No, in fact, for the first part of my career there, I was there 3 years. I was doing the blogging nights and weekends. I was being very careful about it.